Alright guys, I am back for a weekend prep because it is Friday now. I just got back from the grocery store and I'm actually going to start prepping before I put some of this meat away. I figured why not get it prepped, ready to go, so when I have to take the meal out, it's all done. So I made myself a little list of what I got going. I'm going to put in my crock pot my chicken tortellini soup. That's going to be dinner for tonight. I'm going to prep a meatloaf. I'm going to prep beef. It's like this beef over mashed potatoes. It's got like, I'll show you. But anyways, I'm going to prep that and get that in a bag so that I can just quickly go in a crock pot later. I'm going to cut and marinate 2 different kinds of chicken, or same kind of chicken, but I'm going to do 2 different marinades, get those in the freezer. And then I'm also going to cook up my beef for tomorrow night, which we are going to have nachos, which we bake them anyways, or we'll put them in the microwave and heat them up to melt the cheese. So I figured the meat's going to be cooked anyways, so why not just get it done now? So that's what we got going on. So I'm going to start by getting my crock pot out, get some pans out, and get started. All right, so I put one of my chickens, this one was actually in the fridge, and I just threw it in my crock pot. So I've got that in there while I wait to get the veggies in. And then I just cut up all the chicken at once. And all I did was just cut them into strips. I took the chicken breasts and just cut them into strips. And I just put, this one I put a little Italian dressing in. It was just this one, used it up, it was in my fridge. And then this one I put Catalina just so I would know, because this is just, it's like the same. But it's really good. So I figured if I cut it up in strips, it'd be so much easier. I'm gonna mix that one up a little bit more before I put it in the freezer. But I could just throw it in a pan just like that, cook them up, and then pair them with either rice or potatoes. And I could even put it on a salad if I wanted to. But just quick and easy. Now these are done. Like, if you saw my grocery haul, which I will link below, this chicken was like, it was £1.50 for like $2. It was like a really good price, and they were all like the thin, the cage free. It was a really great price. They had it marked down, and now I've just used these guys up, so you can go in my trash. Done and done. So now moving on. All right, so I was getting all my vegetables over here. I realized I forgot to get an onion put in here. Thankfully I have some frozen, so we'll just throw some of that in. But while I was separating all of my beef, because I was going to do the taco meat, and then I'm also going to make a meatloaf to throw in the freezer, this was going to be way too much for both of them. So I actually was able to make a bag of ground beef that I'm going to put in my freezer. So that's great. That'll be perfect for like if I wanted to do like taco soup one night, or shepherd's pie, anything, or if we wanted to do tacos again. So I'm going to throw that in the freezer, but I got my taco beef going, and then I'm going to start cutting up all the veggies. All right, the taco meat is all cooked, so now I'm just going to get to my soup. So I did put the onion in there, and then I'm just going to put this whole container of mushrooms in there, because there's no need to cut them. They're going to get cut up anyways. And I'm just going to cut up some celery to throw in, and some carrots also. And then I'm going to put the broth in, and then hopefully let that cook for a few hours, and usually like an hour or so before I'm going to eat it is when we'll put in the tortellinis. All right, so the soup is all going. There's my broth is still a little frozen in parts, so we're just going to put the cover on that, let that cook. I'm going to cut up the remaining celery and carrots just so that we can snack on them during the week. And I'm going to put the taco meat in a container and put that in the freezer, or in the fridge actually, and then start those 2 meals. All right, so I moved everything over because I was like, all right, I'll start this. And then I realized in order to make my meatloaf, I need this bowl. So I'm going to take a quick minute, clean all this up, and then finish, because I did not realize how much crap I had over here. All right, so my little assistant is now awake. I thought she'd sleep longer. She only slept for an hour. Maybe an hour and 15. It's not a good nap day. But that's okay. Oops. Beef just fell out of the bag. But we are getting stuff done. So I've got my beef in my bag, and then I'm just going to put the rest of the ingredients, which is cream of mushroom soup, brown gravy mix, Lipton dry soup mix, can of mushrooms, and a cup of water. So I'm going to put all that in here, get it mixed, put it in my freezer so it'll be ready when I need it next week, and then move on to the meatloaf. All right, I'm done. I just have to put the foil around my meatloaf and get that into the freezer. So that's awesome. I did the math and I was able to get 6 meals either cooking or prepped, ready to go, in an hour and 20 minutes. I thought this was going to take me all weekend to do all this. I'm like really, honestly, really happy with myself right now because this was way more than I thought I was going to be able to get done. So now we can relax. And the other meals I had planned for the week, I know I made the chicken, which I marinated the chicken, which was not on my meal plan, but now that's ready for next week. And the other meals I had planned, because I planned for 6 meals a week, we have one day that's either leftovers or we're on our own, depending on if there's leftovers or not. They're super easy meals that I can, it's like pasta dishes. So that's awesome. I feel like I've accomplished, So now this weekend, what can we do? I think we're going to bake. Yeah? Are you getting ready for lunch? Do you want some lunch? Somebody's still waking up. But now, we're going to go relax. I am going to sit down for a little bit because I have been standing since we left the house to go bring the boys to school at 7. And it is 11:30 because we went shopping, All right? Can you say bye-bye? Bye-bye. Bye-bye. We'll see you next time.